Do you ever wonder why the longer a Sigma male is single, the more unstoppable he becomes? What kind of man becomes stronger, wiser, more magnetic, and even more mysterious the longer he walks alone? Because while most chase validation, Sigmas evolve in silence. Let's break this down. Being single isn't a setback for the Sigma, it's an opportunity. According to psychological studies on solitude, time spent alone enhances self-awareness and creative problem-solving. Sigma males harness this to refine their goals, habits, and mindset. They don't waste energy trying to impress. Instead, they channel that energy into mastering skills, building financial independence, or learning new disciplines, whether it's coding, fitness, or philosophy. Time alone gives them clarity. They're not distracted by social expectations or emotional turbulence. Research published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology shows that self-reflective solitude is associated with increased emotional regulation and reduced stress. Sigma males use this solitude to sharpen their focus and elevate their emotional intelligence. They also become more magnetic. Why? Because mystery is magnetic. In a world full of oversharing, a man who moves silently and confidently sparks curiosity. That unpredictability becomes power. And here's the kicker. They don't just grow, they transcend. By refusing to conform, they cultivate a rare energy that makes them immune to societal pressure and more in tune with their authentic self. So, while others fear being alone, Sigma males thrive in it. Their solitude isn't empty, it's empowering. That's why the longer a Sigma male is single, the more powerful he becomes. Number 1, he taps into total freedom. Freedom isn't just about doing what you want, it's about discovering who you are at the core. For a Sigma male, being single isn't a period of lack, it's a period of liberation. When he's free of romantic obligations, he doesn't simply have time, he owns it. There are no calendars to sync, no compromises to make, no emotional labor to manage for someone else. Every hour is his to shape, and that autonomy is gold to the Sigma. Sigma males are naturally introspective, and solitude isn't loneliness, it's fuel. According to a 2022 study published in Personality and Individual Differences, individuals who embrace solitude tend to have higher levels of self-reflection and personal growth. That's Sigma 101. Without relationship constraints, he doesn't just function, he thrives. Want to move across the country for a better job? Done. Want to spend 2 weeks in the forest learning survival skills? Absolutely. Need a year to write a book or master Japanese? Let's go. This freedom isn't about escapism, it's about alignment. Without the need to please, impress, or compromise, Sigma males can focus their energy on self-mastery. They're not chasing dates, they're chasing excellence. And science backs this up. Maslow's hierarchy of needs places self-actualization at the top, where a person seeks to fulfill their full potential. That's exactly what a Sigma male is wired for when he's flying solo. He's not avoiding relationships out of fear. He's choosing independence out of purpose. That distinction matters. While society often pressures men to settle down as a sign of maturity, the Sigma quietly redefines what fulfillment looks like. His freedom is not about rejecting love, but about making room for something deeper, self-evolution. In this sense, his life becomes a canvas. He is the artist, the brush, his choices. Every stroke counts and nothing is wasted. He's not free to be careless, he's free to be deliberate, and that's the difference. So when a Sigma male is single, he's not waiting for love. He's building a life so rich, love would have to be extraordinary to be let in. Number 2, his mind becomes a weapon. Let's be real, Sigmas. When you're not bogged down by relationship drama, emotional turmoil, or the dopamine chaos of endless texting, something remarkable happens. Your mind sharpens. You shift from reacting to life to engineering it. A single Sigma male becomes a walking upgrade. While others burn hours swiping or chasing validation, he's deep into books, podcasts, and purposeful thinking. And this isn't random consumption. This is strategic learning. Think of it like updating your mental operating system daily. Whether it's Naval Ravikant on wealth and happiness or Cal Newport on deep work, he feeds his brain with high-performance fuel. Research backs this up. According to a 2019 study published in the journal Intelligence, solitude is often linked with higher cognitive engagement, particularly in men who are introverted and introspective. These individuals tend to pursue solitary activities like reading, writing, and planning. habits that directly boost critical thinking and emotional regulation. Solitude becomes the Sigma's laboratory. In that quiet space, he reflects on past choices, dissects future goals, and aligns his actions with long-term strategy. He's not escaping the world, he's mastering it from behind the curtain. And here's where it gets interesting. When he finally steps into the room, people feel it. He doesn't flood conversations with noise, he speaks with intention. Every word, every move carries purpose. It's not just charisma, it's presence. The kind you can't fake, the kind forged in solitude. People notice, but they can't quite explain it. He doesn't fit the mold. He's calm in chaos, confident in silence, unpredictable but grounded. That mystique? It's not luck. It's the product of deliberate self-construction. So while others chase attention, the Sigma male sharpens his focus. He builds in the shadows until the world has no choice but to notice the light. That's the Sigma advantage. Number 3, he levels up his physical presence. No clingy dates to skip the gym for, no late-night drama draining his energy reserves. When a Sigma male is single, he's not wasting time. He's building power. This isn't about vanity, it's about mastery. Sigma males understand that their body is the vessel through which all action flows. Biologically, exercise increases testosterone, improves focus, boosts mood, and strengthens resilience, traits that align perfectly with the Sigma's self-reliant lifestyle. According to the American Psychological Association, consistent physical activity improves not just physical health, but also executive functioning, like planning and decision-making, 2 things Sigmas excel at. Every workout becomes a meditation. Every disciplined meal is a vote for the man he's becoming. He's sculpting his body not for likes or validation, but because control over self is power. His wardrobe, intentional, streamlined, not flashy but sharp. Because dressing well isn't about ego, it's about energy. Studies show that dressing purposefully can increase self-confidence and perceived competence. Sigma males use this knowledge not to dominate, but to align their external presence with their internal purpose. And here's the paradox. He's not doing it to attract attention. But that very independence, that unapologetic self-focus is magnetic. It's human psychology 101. We're wired to be drawn to those who don't seek our approval. The less he chases, the more others look. And when he walks into a room with upright posture, calm composure, and a look that says he's been somewhere, even if he hasn't said a word, the energy shifts. Because confidence isn't loud, strength doesn't boast, and discipline doesn't need a spotlight. When a Sigma male is single, he's not waiting. He's working, he's refining, he's radiating a kind of energy that can't be faked, because it's built in the quiet moments when no one's watching. And that's when everyone starts paying attention. Number 4, he builds emotional intelligence, alone. Funny thing is, most people assume emotional growth only happens in the context of relationships, that you need a partner to uncover your weaknesses, trigger your insecurities, and help you grow. But Sigma males, we know better. Here's the twist. Solitude doesn't hinder emotional growth, it supercharges it. When you're single, you're not dodging hard truths behind romantic distractions. You're standing in front of the metaphorical mirror, face to face with your unfiltered self. There's no one to blame when your insecurities flare up. No partner to project your frustrations onto, just you and the raw, uncomfortable truth. And that's where the magic happens. Psychologists call this self-confrontation, and it's one of the most powerful tools for emotional development. A 2016 study in the Journal of Personality found that people who actively engage in self-reflection show increased emotional intelligence and resilience. This means they understand their emotions better and bounce back from setbacks faster. Sigma males naturally gravitate toward this path. We don't just sit in silence, we thrive in it. Every trigger we feel is an opportunity for analysis. Every lonely night is a chance to understand our inner workings more deeply. And every fear we face alone becomes a muscle we strengthen. This solo journey builds something no relationship can offer: emotional sovereignty. And when you step back into the world, whether into friendships, work, or even love, you're not needy, reactive, or codependent. You're grounded, calm under pressure, a man who knows himself so well that nothing external can destabilize him. That's emotional strength forged in solitude. That's the Sigma advantage. So the next time someone assumes you're missing out by being single, smile. Because while they're outsourcing their emotional growth, you're mastering yours, one silent, powerful moment at a time. Number 5, he learns to love without needing. Here's the twist. The Sigma male doesn't avoid love, he just doesn't need it to function. That's a game changer in a world that often equates worth with relationship status. The Sigma male, often described as the lone wolf, thrives in solitude not because he's emotionally unavailable, but because he's emotionally self-sufficient. This independence allows him to approach love from a place of wholeness rather than lack. In psychology, this aligns with the concept of secure attachment. He's not anxiously seeking validation, nor is he avoidant. He's grounded. The longer he remains single, the clearer he sees the distinction between attachment and affection. Attachment often stems from fear. Fear of being alone, fear of being unloved. Affection, however, is freely given without strings or desperation. It's presence without pressure. And here's where it gets deeper. He learns to differentiate neediness, a craving for someone to fill a void, from presence, which is about fully showing up for another person without expecting them to complete you. This mindset isn't just attractive, it's powerful. When a Sigma gives love, it's intentional. It's not a reflex to loneliness or social expectation, it's a conscious choice. He doesn't chase affection, he evaluates it. He doesn't settle just to check a box, he selects with clarity. This mindset makes him incredibly rare in today's fast-paced dating culture. In a world filled with performative affection and surface-level connections, his quiet confidence and deliberate love stand out. Studies show that people are naturally drawn to those who exude autonomy and authenticity. 2 traits the Sigma male has in abundance. That's why he's irresistible. He doesn't just offer love, he offers depth. And when he chooses someone, it's not because he needs them, but because he sees their value clearly. In the end, the Sigma male doesn't reject love, he elevates it. Number 6, he masters the art of detachment. Detachment isn't about coldness or shutting off from emotions, it's about clarity and control. Unlike impulsive reactions driven by anxiety or jealousy, detachment empowers you to observe situations without being overwhelmed. This distinction is key to understanding the mindset of a Sigma male, especially the single Sigma who has mastered this art. When most people receive a text that's ambiguous or wait anxiously for a reply, they spiral into overthinking. They analyze every word, decode every emoji, and sometimes imagine the worst scenarios. Similarly, subtle social cues, a glance, a smile, or a pause in conversation, become triggers for insecurity or jealousy. This emotional roller coaster creates a dependency on others' attention for validation and self-worth. The Sigma male, however, approaches these interactions differently. Detachment means he isn't a prisoner to his emotions, he uses them as tools. He experiences feelings fully but doesn't let them dictate his actions. This gives him remarkable clarity. Instead of reacting impulsively, he observes the dynamics objectively. He reads the room, gauges the energy, and understands when it's best to engage and when it's wiser to step back. Scientific studies on emotional intelligence reveal that individuals who practice healthy detachment manage stress better and make decisions that align with their long-term goals. They exhibit resilience, self-awareness, and a calm demeanor. Qualities that naturally draw respect from others. Because he's not addicted to attention or approval, the Sigma male maintains independence. He's comfortable being alone and doesn't fear silence or solitude. This freedom unsettles people who rely on constant social validation because it's a form of power, the power to walk away without fear or regret. In essence, detachment is a strength, not a weakness. It commands respect because it reflects mastery over oneself. When others panic or cling to fleeting emotions, the Sigma remains steady, clear-headed, and in control. That's why detachment is a defining trait of the Sigma male. It's the balance of emotional depth with strategic clarity. Number 7, he becomes mysteriously attractive. Let's face it, mystery is magnetic. Throughout history, people have been drawn to those who carry an air of enigma. Think of the elusive artist, the quiet genius, or the lone wolf who walks his own path. Among modern personality archetypes, the Sigma male embodies this magnetic mystery like no other. What makes Sigmas so intriguing? It's their independence and self-reliance. Unlike others who constantly seek validation through social media likes or relationship updates, Sigma males operate on a different wavelength. They don't feel the need to broadcast their lives or chase attention. In fact, they often fly under the radar, choosing solitude and self-development over external approval. This absence of oversharing creates an aura of intrigue that naturally pulls others in. Psychologically, humans are wired to be curious about what they can't easily understand. This is called the curiosity gap. When something is partly unknown, it captivates our attention and drives us to seek answers. Sigma males, with their quiet confidence and mysterious demeanor, create exactly this gap. They don't hand out their stories. Instead, they let people wonder, question, and speculate. This makes them endlessly fascinating and irresistible in social dynamics. Another key trait of Sigmas is their emotional autonomy. They're not controlled by societal expectations or the need to fit in, which gives them a calm, steady presence that stands out. Because they aren't constantly in the spotlight, when they do choose to reveal parts of themselves, it feels rare and valuable. So while many chase the fleeting buzz of social approval, Sigmas quietly disappear and evolve, letting their authentic selves grow in the background. And ironically, the very mystery they maintain becomes a beacon, attracting others naturally. They are the enigma everyone wants to solve but never quite can, and in that lies their power. Number 8, he develops an unbreakable mission. When you remove all the distractions, the noise, the chaos, the meaningless clutter, your mission becomes crystal clear. This is the core strength of a Sigma male. Unlike others who may seek validation or approval from the crowd, a Sigma thrives in solitude. His alone time isn't wasted. It's a powerful tool that fuels his purpose. Research in psychology supports this. Solitude can significantly enhance creativity, focus, and self-awareness. When alone, the Sigma male can reflect deeply on his goals, plan strategically, and develop the discipline needed to master his craft. Whether he's building a business, honing an art form, or reshaping the world around him, every quiet moment sharpens his sense of why he's here. Unlike aimless wandering, a Sigma's solitude is deliberate. His purpose becomes his compass, guiding his every action. Neuroscientific studies show that having a clear purpose activates the brain's reward system, releasing dopamine, which fuels motivation and persistence. This makes a man with purpose truly formidable. And here's the truth. When a man is driven by a profound why, he is not just surviving, he's hunting. He moves with intention, clarity, and relentless focus. He is the kind of man who doesn't need to shout his ambitions from the rooftops because his actions speak volumes. This level of focus and self-mastery makes the Sigma male one of the most dangerous forces in any arena, from business to art to life itself. So next time you find yourself overwhelmed by distractions, remember this: remove the noise, sharpen your mission, embrace your solitude, and hunt your purpose with unyielding precision. That's the Sigma way. So Sigmas, next time someone says, "Why are you still single?" just smile, because they don't see the storm you're building, the clarity you're crafting, the legacy you're laying brick by brick. The longer you're single, the more powerful you become, not because you're avoiding life, but because you're mastering it. Remember, being single isn't your weakness, it's your weapon. If you felt this video, Sigmas, hit that like button, smash subscribe, and join this growing brotherhood of men who live life by their own rules. Comment below and tell us what you've discovered about yourself during your solo journey. Stay strong, stay sharp, and as always, stay true and stay Sigma.